All right. Hey, hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and jump on into this. This is a collective message. These are not zodiac specific. Hang on, I already know that there's one of these cards is in the wrong place. Um, so let's get into this, and we're just going to see where this one takes us. All right, so I usually start these out with an anecdote, something real that happened pertaining to my dog, usually, and he woke me up super early. Of course, I'm mama, so I'm the one who gets awoken. But he woke me up super early just to tell me that he kind of wanted night time to be over. He just wanted to go outside and see what the day was like. And I was like, okay, all right, here we go, little pups. We got that 5 of Cups. It is sideways. I don't know if someone is being awoken. And now in this case, it doesn't look like they're being awoken by something oh so happy, though, does it? Kind of looks like a tough message on that. There's, ooh, okay, so there's a sorrow and there's a 10 of Swords. Now, this could be a shared energy, or this could be someone doesn't know why they're melancholy. And the bottom line is it's because they're realizing something is over. And this could have had to do with something that should have been, a part of their tree of life. You notice the umbrella holder, the umbrella stand holder has a tree of life on it, and it's super prominent to me. We have the Hanged Man here. I don't know if somebody's been like laying low and hoping that somehow magically, without them taking any action at all, maybe things would get better, or something would get changed, or something would be resolved and fixed. We do have the crocodile also, that makes me think about like crocodile tears. But this really is coming across as just like not, they're seeing it from a different perspective now. All these delays have not yielded any change or any results. In fact, we've got two vastly different energies. We have somebody that's in a lot of distress, a lot of pain, because I think that they're realizing that this is over. And even here we got kind of like the villain in a top hat wearing the cape. This feels like somebody was like trying to lay low, incognito, hoping that if time passed, things would change. But instead, the only thing that's changed is that they realize that somebody else has kind of like gained in popularity, notoriety, success, happiness. Whomever this is, they've moved onward, I think. And I want to say that this is just now like clicking for this person there. It's making sense that I think this is over now. We have an Ace of Pentacles, we have the Temperance. She's having a new beginning. She's letting one thing fly away and something else come to land in her hand. It seems like we have feminine energy that has made some really big change for the better. Now, we could say maybe this is all feminine energy. Maybe this is the same person. Maybe she, wondered if something was over, waited a really long time, finally said, you know what? I think it's a done deal. I think that we're not dealing with each other anymore. I think this is over. Let me see it from a different perspective. Is my sunshine gone? No. I have a new beginning. Okay, so somebody isn't going to be a part of my world, or even somebody might have been a bit of a crocodile. Okay, crocodiles we say crocodile tears for a reason, because, these cold-blooded creatures, when the smile of a crocodile, it looks like they're smiling. They're not. They'll eat you. They're not happy, friendly things. They just happen to have like a wide, gaping shaped mouth that makes them look all smiley and adorable. Oh my God, baby alligators, there's nothing cuter. They look so happy. But this is super dangerous. And I almost think that either somebody's been smiling and pretending to themselves like everything's fine, it's fine, this is fine, and they're realizing it's not fine. She's gone. I lost her. Or she is realizing maybe she dealt with a crocodile, somebody that smiled and seemed real nice and who she thought she could rely on, and maybe they turned out to be not reliable. Hey, either way, she's lucky that they're not out of her life, or that they're not still in her life. If that is the case, if they weren't a great match, so she can let it go. So I could see this either way. Let me kind of hone in a little bit more on the crocodile for just a minute. We've got the 6 of Swords. This is over. It's done. It's a painful ending. We have Knight of Swords. Sorry, I so thought that I had another card mushed in there. We have the ending. It's time to move on, and it was time to move on like yesterday. 3 of Wands, 10 of Cups. This really feels like with the ending, it's time to go ahead and say, all right, so let's get some happiness going. We know happiness doesn't live here, so let's move on. Happiness has to be up in the future. So the sooner we can get to the future, the better. Is this her story then? Tell me what comes next for her with the Ace of Pentacles, this new life. We have the Hanged Man. What's the delay about? We've had the delay twice. It's either that or it's looking at things from a different perspective. We have the Sun again. Okay, so we have strong Sun and strong Hanged Man energy. So that makes it a lot of Leo and a lot of Pisces energy. We did also have Sag on that Temperance card as well. But this is really looking like we have a feminine. This is her story. Maybe she had sleepless nights. Maybe she had a lot of hurt and pain. Maybe she waited for a long time only to discover, you know what, unfortunately, I think I have to realize is that maybe the person that I was wounded over, I don't want to think the worst of somebody, but maybe I was in love with a crocodile. Okay, so then you know what? I'm glad that they're not in my life after all. I've come to closure here. And now as I think about, I'm going to move on. I should have moved on like yesterday. But let me think about, what does my happiness look like? Is when am I going to find my happiness? And I think she's realizing she's got clarity. She doesn't have to delay anymore. This is seeing things from the different perspective. I don't have to delay. My happiness is right there if I choose to go after it. We have a 5 of Wands. What is she going to fight for? What is she thinking about? There's something on her mind, something that she wants to go do. 7 of Swords. Wait a minute. She's saying she wants to do something, but she's kind of chickening out a little bit. We have the World. She wants to do things so different. We have a 10 of Swords again. And we have the 2 of Wands. Look, I got to tell the story as it goes. Even though she's saying, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to move on. She unfortunately reverts for a minute at least and says, but you know, I kind of just want to take a peek as I'm moving on. I kind of just want to check in and see what's happened to them. I mean, it's over with us, but I wonder what's going on with them. I almost look at this as like, you know, the little portal of, did they have a new beginning somewhere else? I'm just curious. I just want to know. I mean, there's a little bit of sneakiness. Okay, a lot of sneakiness, right? Because this person's climbing up the rooftop, not suggesting she's doing something like that, but metaphorically speaking, I'd like to just, she's really tempted. I don't know if she's going to do this, but she's really tempted to kind of see what their new world is made up of since they ended things with her. She just kind of wants to know what happened to them. Okay, she said she wanted to move on. She said she wants happiness and all of this, and she only wants the future. But you notice that she's kind of like dipping herself back into the past. But since she wants to know, let's go and see what is going on with them. We have that 2 of Wands, so it kind of makes me think this is already, she sees with a bit of spying that they might not have made much progress at all in life. Whatever's going on with them, they might not have moved forward. They might not have done a whole lot. She might be shocked to discover with the 9 of Wands in the reverse and the 9 of Swords upright that they seem to not be doing very well. If she spies on this person who she was devastated over, this person that she held space for so long, she may be stunned to discover, because in this story, she is doing some spying. With that 7 of Swords, she's not admitting it, maybe not even to herself, but she is doing some spying. And it looks like she is going to be discovering that they are not doing well. This is an unhealed individual. This is somebody whose book of life isn't even open. We have an Emperor upright, and we have the 7 of Swords. She may discover that they are in a connection, in a marriage that they don't want to be in. She may discover that they're in a very toxic place and lying and pretending that everything's good. How is she going to recognize that something is, they're pretending for sure. They're putting on a great facade that they're an emperor. Everything's great. But this is somebody who is, oh God, Two of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody that is not in a happy relationship at all. We have hope and reflection. He is lying through his teeth. He is not with his Two of Cups. He is with I'll say a karmic, or he is in a connection that is absolutely lacking the emotional support, the emotional fulfillment. There is something very missing in his situation, but he's coming across like an emperor. Character, do you want to have something to say about all this? This is kind of her spying that reveals this. So, that may or may not be the full answer. Let's just see. Tell me about whatever you want to explain. King of Wands. I'm asking this emperor, who seems to actually be miserable, at least by what she's sleuthing out, finding out. I'm asking, and he's saying, well, I'm actually in a really warm-hearted space. I'd like to start giving to something. I'm thinking about making an offer somewhere, or maybe they have a baby on the way. It could be that too. We do have somebody pregnant. It's not. He's questioning where he goes in his upcoming future. We've got the Seven of Cups, Three of Wands. He's thinking about making plans, and he's pleased about the concept of the future and about making new plans. He doesn't know exactly what the future is going to hold. He only knows Two of Wands now. He only knows that he's got to make some choices about which direction he goes. I think it's interesting that these, we have these two cards like back to back, each looking in different directions. This really comes across like he does not know what to do. He's at the crossroads, which she kind of already saw that about him. She kind of already knew something is not right in his world. She kind of, in the first moment she peered at him, it kind of seemed like he was in a weird holding pattern. So I don't know how she can read him so well. God, he is admitting he's in a warm heart for the idea of changing something in his future, but he doesn't know what it is, but he knows he needs to let go of something that has been very, missed the mark. Wherever he stayed has not been beneficial. Whomever he stayed with has not yielded great results. Wherever he's been has not made him happy. Let me ask this, Feminine, why did you take a look, peer into his world a little bit? Page of Swords in the reverse, she says, I didn't. Okay, but wait a second, because we had the Seven of Swords. 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this actually changes things. She maybe didn't really go secretly peering into his life, not consciously. She says, I wasn't prying and spying. I absolutely was not. It's just as I move on with my own life, it could even be that the more she's transforming, the more she's focusing. Remember, she's very focused on her own beautiful future. I don't think she went looking for them after all. I think, remember, they had the Seven of Swords, and so did she. I'm almost starting to wonder if, in her thinking about her new beginning, if it's not their energy, that, think of this like a portal, or like two parallel universes where it's like a chance to look through and get a glimpse of the other side. It's starting to make me wonder if it's actually been them. Maybe she's felt a disturbance in the force, so to speak. Maybe thoughts of them have intruded in her mind, but it wasn't her. It's actually been them thinking heavily about her. Maybe that's why there's the climbing over the roof thing. This portal energy. Because I couldn't understand why, if she's moving on, why is she looking back at them? But it seems like they're the ones with that Seven of Swords. I mean, maybe she can't help but have them flit through her mind sometimes, but she says, I wasn't trying to spy on them. I'm trying to move forward into my own great happiness. But what's crazy is that Six of Pentacles says, and that, you know, the clock is striking 6. It almost looks like it's finally like time that they're about to make a move. The thing is, she's already made a move. She already said it's done. She's already moved on from this. The fact that they pop into her mind still, I don't think is in this storyline, because she says I wasn't spying on them. She wasn't trying to stay attached to them. We have an 8 of Pentacles. It is sideways. Look, I believe she has the best of intentions of genuinely moving forward, feeling like she wasted time, feeling like it's time to go, feeling like this is over, feeling like all she should do is get on out of here. By the way, somebody might really love like Twilight, you know, on a lake or a river, or, you know, this reminds me of like the grotto, like the way they say, I have not been there, to the island of Capri, but the Blue Grotto is supposed to be really beautiful. It's kind of like just the way the lighting catches the water in this cave that you can kind of boat into. But all of that has this feeling that kind of like she's been a little bit watched by them energetically, just through them thinking about her, them thinking about these changes that they're going to be making in their upcoming future. She's focusing on the upcoming future. Well, so is he. I don't think she knows that as much as she's putting work and effort into moving her life forward, they're putting work and effort possibly into moving toward her. Actually, let me go back to the deck that we were using for just them. What are you planning, character, in regards to her specifically? Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. Moving toward her once they're out of the choppy waters and coming and landing upon her shores. So it's in this storyline, it says it's not her fault. She has come across as possibly strong Sag energy, but also strong Leo, but she could be Leo, Sag, or Aries. They see her as a Queen of Wands. They see her as somebody that they're going to go sail to her shores as they leave a previously unhappy connection. I don't think she can help the fact that they're popping up into her mind, because they're the ones doing it in this storyline. That is entirely on them. 8 of Pentacles, they're the ones working on this. She's working on moving away. They're working on moving toward her. So we have like this, it's like 2 cars moving almost at the same speed. This could be a real shocker for her, because let's just ask what's really going to happen here. But she's trying to move on. Look, they're going to reach out with some pretty big offer. They're going to reach out. They're getting their money together. They're wrapping things up, and they're going to be reaching out to her. I mean, in order to do this, they may be leaving their family behind and wanting to start a new world, new family with her. But they seem to be the ones letting go of some things, and they're just about to reach out to her. She's going to have to cross that bridge, because she was moving on. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks.